Hello there, dear loving soul. Welcome back to part 2 of the video series on taking care of your home. So let's just use the Holy Trinity of love in my world, which is thinking love, speaking love, and doing love, in order to discuss the topic of how you can practice love towards your home by showing it some care, taking care of it, and let's I might just mention this right off the bat. So thinking love in my world is all about planning. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So I suggest you can start by thinking love as to how you can take care of your home by getting a plan together in order to make sure that you can take care of your home on a consistent basis, okay? And you do it in an imaginable way so that it doesn't become overwhelming over time. So what I have done is make your life a little bit easier. I'm going to put it on the screen here in this video series, and I will also add a link down below in the description box where you can, for free, no strings attached, download a 2-pager that I've created that can help you take care of your home. So it's effectively like a checklist that you can use in order to assist you with taking care of your home. I've got the list here, which I use in my home. I'm a bit of a planner. I like organizing things, and I have noticed that if you have a way, an approach, a method that is manageable and it's fit for purpose for your home in order to take care of your home, you will do it, and your home will be much nicer, more of a sacred space that you enjoy being in on an ongoing basis, right? Because the last thing we want to do is leave it until the last moment where things get so difficult and hard that ultimately you might be discouraged by even starting clearing something away or cleaning something because there's just too much going on. So if we can break it down into small chunks, great. And the way to do that is by actually starting to do some thinking love about how you can take care of your home and creating a bit of a plan. So click down on the link below to check it out if you want to check out and download the checklist that I've created for you. Use it to your advantage, and specifically, one of the things you can do is there'll be some tasks that you will be doing like on a daily basis, weekly basis, 2 weeks, monthly, quarterly, perhaps some that are annually, hopefully not, but there will be some perhaps. You may wish to actually get a different color highlighter for each of the different frequencies. So for instance, if you've got to do something daily, grab a yellow highlighter and highlight the tasks in yellow in order to give you the visual kind of representation so that that particular thing needs to be done on a daily basis. Grab a different color highlighter, blue as an example, and highlight all the bits and bobs that need to be done on a weekly basis. And so then visually you'll be able to kind of see when you need to do what. Now, other tip about thinking love, planning, strategizing is figure out what works best for you in terms of actually having a list. Is it a printed copy? Is it a digital copy that you like to look at? Because obviously the one I mentioned about highlighters, that requires you to print it first. A digital copy, saved on your laptop or somewhere you can access on your phone. Or do you like using apps? So something that I've used in my life is an app called AnyList. Not sponsored or anything like that. This video isn't sponsored. And it's a very affordable app, by the way, and you can create a bunch of lists, including my groceries. And I love using it because it connects to Alexa. So I can literally talk to Alexa on my phone, on my home, and she will add stuff on or remove things and whatnot. So I use a lot of that app for groceries. But I also created a list there, literally my taking care of home or cleaning list. And in it, you can categorize it the way you want, and you can literally see it all at once, in one digital space. What is it that you got to do? Another tip is to add, the frequency things. Once you've figured out what needs to be done, say like on a weekly basis, a monthly basis. It will help you to add that in your calendar, physically or in your digital calendar, in order to give you that reminder, right? The monthly clean is coming up. What is it on your monthly list that you can tick off now? Or a quarterly list, there's something you got to do every quarter. Boom, add a reminder that way in your calendar. I'm sure that would help you, and it will kind of set your buzz. And the last thing before I get into speaking love, something that I've noticed, it's important to record when you did something last. And this is not the bits and bobs that you got to do on a daily basis, weekly basis, or fortnightly, because usually you can remember when was the last time you threw the towels in for a wash, as an example, especially if it's something that you got to do, daily, weekly, or fortnightly. But those things that are a bit more less regular that you got to take care of, like monthly or every 6 weeks, couple of months, a quarter, or whatever it is, those things you will usually forget about them, right? And what I suggest you do is record when you did that, when you completed that task last. So as an example, you will see one of the things on the checklist is wiping away the power electricity plugs or the electric switches at your home, or lamps, lights, things like that. They don't have to be done on a super regular basis, right? So in order you might forget, that, hey, was it, May that I did that, or was it July? Because sometimes time flies when you're having fun and you literally forget. So I suggest when you do that task that's less regular, you set a date next to it, whether it's on your physical sheet that you've got, or if you'll like to use the app in the notes section for each task, you might just add in a date, complete it on X date. And that means that next time you get that calendar pop-up or reminder to say, hey, you got to take care of your 2 monthly item next, then you know exactly what it is, because you can scroll through those items and be like, all right, so I've taken care of this, I've taken care of that relatively recently, but these bits and bobs seem to not have been forgotten about, so I'm going to address those this time around and at a date once it's completed. So that's thinking love. Let's get into speaking love. So on the speaking love, communication is really important, and it is okay to ask for help with the tasks that are on the, taking care of your home list. Everybody, I think, should be pulling in their weight. So whoever lives in the house or your home, family, friends, guests, guests should help as well, a little bit, but they should, with whatever it is that they're using. And more importantly, your family, children, especially if you've got children, everybody needs to get into the habit, I think, of actually pulling in their weight. As in, if you are receiving the benefit of the sacred space, be your home, then they should be given the energy and time and positivity in order to back to the home that they are taking advantage of and receiving the benefits of. So part of it is speaking in a loving and respectful manner with others in your household, that, hey, here's a system, here's the approach, this is what this means, this is how we're going to do it from now on, we're going to take care of the home together. And one suggestion when you have that discussion, as a family, as an example, about taking care of home and having an approach that everyone can follow, it's also important to obviously enforce that approach and keep everybody accountable. Excuse me. And so one way could be some kind of rewards system, for completion of a particular task or tasks on a consistent basis. I'm thinking like a mini whiteboard, or that can be done obviously digitally as well. There's plenty of resources digitally that you can use to create a bit of like a tally or board, where you just add everyone's names to the list you add the tasks that ought to be completed against each person's name, and then you just keep a tally, and you come up as a family with some kind of reward system, whatever that might be, individually or as a collective. You know, if everyone pulls their weight, you might go and have some fun at a theme park, or go to the movies, or, you know, just have a lovely dinner out, as an example. And as a result, everyone would be motivated and encouraged to take care of their home, and you will see so many other benefits within your home because of the fact that it's cleared away. Remember that universal law we talked about, physically doing something towards your home, you know, clearing away the clutter, tidying away the dust and the dirt, results in mental clarity and more positive thinking, perhaps, more productive, and you become more efficient and effective. So having those benefits is already a huge plus, right? And having another reward, it might be the motivator that's needed to kind of keep this energy of clarity and accomplishment going further and further within your household. And the other thing that you may want to do in terms of speaking love is like, hey, if you enjoyed the checklist that I have made available for free for you, please comment down below, you know, like this video, comment down below this V for value if you received value from it, and share the list away. I'm very happy for others to be taking care of their home using the checklist. We're happy for that to happen. Share away, speak love to others, i.e. speak about the list as well, and perhaps that would be an inspiration to others out there in your world, in your community, as to how one can take care of their home in a pretty simple manner, quite frankly. And so the last element of the Holy Trinity of love is obviously doing love. This is when you tackle the action items, right? That it be that in your living room or your children's room, bedrooms, lovely kitchens and bathrooms, or the outdoor area. Tackle them, you know, bring that plan and strategy into action, you execute, and hopefully you do it from a place of love. What I wanted to make sure to mention here is I have been wholeheartedly in situations in my life when I have had it on my to-do list to go do something, and it's just not vibing, I'm not feeling it. I feel like I would be forcing myself really to kind of get something even small done. Best thing I have learned, anyway, in my experience, and that's what I suggest doing, is to delay it. Delay that task for a day or a couple of hours. Even sometimes a couple of hours can make a world of a difference. So that when you go to take care of your home, whatever it is that you got to take care of, it actually comes from a place of love, because you will be thinking positively, and as a result, through your effort, you know, through your physical action, there'll be more positivity coming out from that experience. If you're coming from like a negative place, upset, you might be upset, or you're simply just feeling low frequency vibes, and you're then, you know, you gotta go and, I don't know, take that rubbish out, or clean the sink in the kitchen, or, you know, take care of a washing load, or whatever it might be in your world, and you're just really dreading it. I have noticed in my life is that sometimes that task will be done worse off if I force myself through it. So as I said, sometimes even a couple of hours can make a huge difference. So maybe it's just a matter of rejuggling a couple of priorities to make sure that you revisit that task when you're feeling a little bit more like lighter and more okay and well to do that particular task. And when in doubt, ask for help. You know, go back to the speaking love. If you're really struggling or finding it a challenge, or just things are not coming together, ask for help. Be that your family or friends, or if it's something that happens on a regular and you're one of those. I've been in that season of my life as well where things were just a bit too much, especially being, you know, young mom with kids and full-time work and whatnot. Sometimes you just don't have the energy or the time to take care of the basic things in your home on a weekly basis. If so, maybe it's time to consider actually hiring some help, getting a cleaner in to help, lovely bunch of people out there who would be very pleased to assist you. They do it obviously for an income, and they enjoy it, and they'll be there taking care of your home. And if that's something that's affordable within your family budget, or you might just need to juggle some pennies around to help you out on that basis, maybe it's something that you may wish to consider for your family unit for the particular season in your life. Do not hesitate asking for help and reaching out for help. And yeah, so the absolute last bit I wanted to add, and comes to thinking love and doing love, is there's the physical element of taking care of your home, and very much, cleaning, tidying away, organizing, getting that, linen cupboard sorted, just as an example. That's something you might want to be doing, vacuuming, etc. But so those are the physical steps, but there's also the spiritual element to taking care of your home, and I could do a probably complete different video on this, but I just wanted to mention this in this video. It might encourage you or inspire you to ensure that you visualize your home, your sacred space, in a bubble of, say, golden light or white light or rainbow light, whatever it is that you're drawn to, your whole home, your whole house, your whole space. Because I think that there's an element of like spiritual protection or spiritual taking care of your home that you can do to make sure that it stays strong and protected, and bringing lots of kind of sunlight, warmth, safety. And the more you do it, I think there's power in those words if you're visualizing it, or in those visualizations, there's power in that. You can also do love, some people do rituals. I go around sometimes with like literally a candle all around my home and just kind of praying for the home, every single corner of my home, appreciating it, saying thanks to it, being grateful for it, asking for the spiritual beings to assist with the protection of the home, clearing away any negativity or energy that no longer serves the home's highest good. It's got a vibe. The home has a vibe to itself. So with fire, beautiful element that we have here on planet Earth, you might just want to do that as a little ritual. Something that's always resonated with me, but you might have a different approach that you do to take care of your home on like that spiritual level, but including or embedding some physical elements to it. Now, on that actually, I would love to hear from you what elements or practices or approaches you may take care of, or you may do to take care of your home. Be that with fire or water or anything else that you may do, a prayer as an example, and then specific prayers that you go to in order to kind of add that spiritual element to taking care of your home. That would be really cool to know. So comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. So on that note, let's jump into part 3 to get some messages from the spirit world, our angels and archangels and beautiful ancestors out there on the subject of taking care of our home. Now, I suggest you click down to part 3 in the description box below, and I will see you shortly for those messages.